Welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are reviewing Chivas Guadalajara 2, Forge FC 1 in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, Round 1, Leg 2. Chivas wins 5-2 on aggregate. Chivas Guadalajara 2, Forge FC 1 en la Concachampions de la CONCACAF Primera Ronda. Partido vuelta 5-2 global para Chivas. Chivas win the tie, and they were definitely, I'd say, slightly the better team in this game. But Forge didn't embarrass themselves. Forge played pretty well over 180 minutes, not just 90. 2 defensive mistakes, 2 rebounds allowed, lead to the 2 goals against. Forge gets a good one. A golazo, honestly, to end the game. And they get a goal down at Akron, as well as get one at home. They didn't embarrass themselves. That's as good as you probably could ask for, to be honest. Goals were scored as follows. In the 8th minute, Eric Gutierrez scores. Ball falls back to him on the rebound. He pops it past Colongo to make it 1-0. 1-0. 4-1 global. 4-1 on aggregate. At halftime, it's 1-0. 4-1 on aggregate. Miro tiempo 1-0 esta noche. 4-1 global. Then in the 62nd minute, Jose Castillo scores a goal. Takes the shot. Bounces off Colongo. Back in the air. Matusala doesn't make a defensive play on it. Just lets Castillo head it in to make it 2-0. 2-0. 5-1 global. And then 90-plus 3rd minute. Ball played in. Falls to Kevon Tavernier. He bangs it in past Wally to make it 2-1, 2-1, 5-2 global, and that's the way it would end. 2-1 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate, 2-1 esta noche, 5-2 global. Chivas move on. They did enough in both legs. Honestly, 5 defensive mishaps, to be completely honest, and all of those goals, all of them were defensive mishaps. Legitimately. Forge didn't get curb stomped. They didn't get whipped. Their defense just fell asleep for about 3 seconds per play and allowed those 5 goals over both legs. They still scored 2 really good goals themselves. Overall, I thought they were pretty solid, but that doesn't matter when you lose 5-2 on aggregate. But with that being said, stats are as follows. 16 shots to 9. 9 shots on goal to 5. 58% possession to 42% possession. 615 passes to 426. 91% pass accuracy to 87%. 8 fouls to 7. 1 offside to 0. 0 yellow cards to 0. 0 red cards to 0. 2 corners to 8. Listen, I thought Forge didn't do too badly. I thought they were pretty solid tonight. I thought they were a pretty solid team. They played pretty solid. I thought they played tough. I thought they looked pretty good overall. I mean, yeah, you could say, but they lost 2-1. They lost 5-2 on aggregate. That is true. And I hate that they lost like that on aggregate and on the night. But overall, I thought Forge kept their heads above water. I didn't think they got embarrassed, which I think that's your big overarching goal, is to not get embarrassed, especially when you go there down already and you're probably going to lose the tie. You don't want to get embarrassed. And overall, they did better in Akron than they did in Hamilton. They did get better as the tie went on. But again, 5 defensive switch-offs really led to them getting scored on 5 times. It wasn't that they got demolished. And getting demolished in that sense would be like 10-2 on aggregate, 12-2, something like that. You know, it'd be 6 per both games. You know, that's getting demolished. 5 goals against. Their last Champions League tie when they were playing Cruz Azul was 4-1 on aggregate. 5-2 is honestly better, I guess, because you scored more goals, 1 at home and 1 away instead of just 1 away. But you still allowed 1 more. But you know what? Overall, I'm still pretty proud of Forge and the way they never gave up, really. Or I would say, honestly, the way that they at least tried to play. They never quit playing. They might have known the tie was gone, but they never quit playing. And, you know, I respect the way Forge played. And Chivas played well too. But they did what they needed to do. They played a C squad, a C- squad, and they still did enough. They looked like they were a B+ squad. So that's a lot of respect for Fernando Gago. That C squad looked like a B squad. It looked like a squad you could throw out Liga MX and it would honestly work. Even against maybe some of the better teams. Fernando Gago's a good manager. He's got some really good players. And honestly, some of these players might be on the main team. Not just the C team. And Chivas ain't too bad. They're really good. Gago has got them playing well. I didn't know he'd get them going this quickly. But he has. And that's a good thing for Chivas because you want them to get going. If you are a Chivas fan, you want that team to get going. You want that team to kick on and really be working good. Make it I know Chicharito's going to play when he gets healthy, but you kind of want to make it a question of, do we let him play? Is he ready? And I think that's the plan. You want this team to be able to win without him, and they have. Cade Cowell, honestly, is better than Alexi Vega. Ricardo Marin is honestly better. For me, Chivas, they are for real. Chivas is truly back. We thought they were back with Paunovic. No, but they took out the problems. They brought in a coach who is all seriousness. I like what Fernando Gago is doing here with Chivas. They're a very good team. They're a very interesting team, but they're also a very good team. And, you know, I'm very interested to see where this goes. But they are very, very good. You could say, but they still were just slightly better. That's true, but to me, that doesn't matter. To me, they won the tie. They deservedly go through. They played very well over these two games. They played very well through the early part of Liga MX. They're a very good football club. They're a very good side. So, in the end, I'm not going to question or hate on Chivas. I mean, I never would, but the way they played, they did what they needed to do, and they've been really good. And I honestly think some of these players that played these two games deserve to start on the main side. Gago has them playing a very good system. And I think he has the players he trusts, and I think this maybe is a good moment for some players like a Cade Cowell. He certainly should start. A guy like Marin, pretty good. They got some good players. They got some really good players. And I think this team with Gago is going to go far. They are a team to be feared. Chivas is back to their glory, I think. Truly are. I don't think this is like Paunovic. They had a really good tournament, but then it started sliding. No, I think Gago has this. So, there you go. I think Chivas played well. I think Forge played well today. I think they kept themselves respectable. Sort of a boring game, but Chivas deserves to go through. Player of the game, man of the match for me, I'm going to say, I think Cade Cowell had a pretty good game. Even though he didn't score, I thought Cade Cowell was really controlling this game. I thought he looked really good. I think it's Cade Cowell for me. So Cade Cowell's the man of the match. Chivas have won. They're moving on to play either Real Esteli or Club America in the next round, in the round of 16. We will find out tomorrow who that will be, if it'll be a El Clasico, a Super Clasico, or if it's going to be America gets embarrassed, so it's Esteli versus Chivas, and Chivas probably gets a free pass through that as well. We'll find out. But with that being said, congratulations to Chivas, commiserations to Forge. This honestly was probably what I realistically expected. No bias, you know, this is what I realistically expected. They still fought pretty well, but it is what it is. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. But it's a play, share with friends and family, all that great stuff. I shall see you tomorrow for a live watch along of both Tigres versus Vancouver Whitecaps and Club America versus Real Esteli, and I will review Club America versus Real Esteli. I will see you tomorrow for those two matches. Let's see how they go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.